What's up, everybody? It's Price, the Willie Ashford, back for another episode of the Black Culture Podcast. And before we get started, we always want to show gratitude. We want to thank you guys for your support. Thank you guys for your likes, for your shares, for your comments. We love reading those comments. And thank you for being a part. We're coming up on a year of doing the Black Culture Podcast, and we've talked about a lot. We've done a lot, and it's been a beautiful time. But before we get into it, Willie, you got anything?
First off, man, of course, like always, thank you for the love, the support. Thank you guys for the comments and everything. Continue to comment on the videos. Closing in on the year, doing the podcast. It's been a blessed year, been a great year. Looking very forward to 2022. And just keep supporting us. Give us a 5-star rating on our streaming apps.
Yeah, man.
And tell a friend. I always encourage that you tell someone about the Black Culture Podcast.
Sweet. So let's go ahead and jump into it. So I was on TikTok, of all places. If you haven't been on TikTok, TikTok can be a rabbit hole. And there's a lot, and I'm sure you guys have noticed, especially on social media in general, there's a lot of hysteria based around relationships and dating, especially 2020, 2021, going into 2022. Well, I came across a guy who also has a podcast. He was talking to a group of women, and he said something. And you know, we've had our talks on here about dating and whatnot, but he said something that really caught my attention. And he said this. He asked a group of women. He said, "So y'all are modern women, right?" She said, "Yeah." And he said, "What type of man do you want?" And they started to describe the men that they want. They want a man that's going to support them, take care of the household, protect them, provide, et cetera, et cetera. And he said, "What you just described is a traditional man." And the girls was like, "Yeah, that's exactly what we want." And he said, "Answer me this question. Why do you want a traditional man and you're a modern woman?" He said, "A traditional man would want a traditional woman. He's traditional, so it wouldn't really make sense for him to be with a modern woman. That's kind of counterproductive for what he wants." And he said, "Y'all want a traditional man, but are you prepared to be a traditional woman? Are you prepared to cook? Are you prepared to clean? Are you prepared to take care of this house that you want him to buy?" And I thought that was really interesting because here in 2021, we have a lot of people who are modern, right? We don't live in the old times, but we have, and I'm just going to focus on women tonight because it's really the women who are saying, you know, I want this type of guy, I want this type of guy, but at the same time, basically saying they want to be able to do whatever they want to do. So I got a question for you, Willie.
Okay.
In what world is it okay where I'm supposed to be able to do whatever I want, but my partner, or I should say my significant other, should have a set role? And in what world is that okay?
It's not okay. Listen, if you guys know me, I am married. I got married young to my lovely wife, Janae. And we listen, man, we work as a team. Marriage is a team. It shouldn't be like, so for some people, set roles works. And I'm not saying nothing is wrong or not wrong with set roles. Whatever works. But my thing is this. It's a lot of lopsided relationships out here. Meaning either the man is doing mostly everything and the woman is doing nothing, or it's even sometimes the woman is doing mostly everything and the man is doing nothing. Me and Price were pretty much raised the same way. There's no way in hell we will have our women doing everything and we just not doing nothing. So I think the funny thing is we live in this world where we see, and there's a lot of guys encouraging this too, that do everything for the woman, pay for her nails, pay for the dinner, the rent, the car note, all the bills. And they make it seem, listen, man, let's talk. Let's talk for, I got to get some off my chest. Let me sit on back here and say this, man. Ladies, in a marriage, you are required to have sex with your husband. You are
Ooh.
required to have sex with your husband.
Mm.
Whether he pays the bills or not, you guys are required to have sex. I don't know when to listen, man. We got these women and these guys out here thinking like, if you don't pay bills or if you don't, the man's not doing all the work, she shouldn't be putting out. Like, come on, man. Like, that's not that's not how it's supposed to be. Making it seem like we pets, right? Oh, good job. I'm gonna give you a treat tonight. You did this. Good job. Like
Right.
no, man.
Right. Right.
But what kills me is we have guys encouraging this. Listen, if that's how you was raised, if that's how you was brought up, go do that. But don't try to force that on everyone else. Like, listen, man. If you want,
You know what, bro? Stay right there. Stay right there.
I am. But listen, if you want a guy to do, let's do this. You want a guy to pay all the bills, right? You want a guy to do everything. Don't get mad if that man asks you to bring another woman in the bedroom. You want him to do everything, right? You want him to do everything. If he doing everything, paying the bills, this, that, and the third, all of that, doggone it, you better be getting buck wild in that bedroom. Even then, that's not enough because again, you are required to do that. That's Bible. Like you are not, once you say I do, I don't care what happened. You are not allowed to withhold that from him. That is not a reward. That is not a Scooby snack for y'all to be giving out to us whenever we do something good. Like that has to be had. Like,
so the reason I wanted you to stay right there because I wanted to look at it in reverse.
let's go ahead.
Right. So, and you're right. A lot of women use that as some type of,
They use sex as leverage.
Right, exactly, as leverage against their husband. And they don't do it just in marriage. They do it in, when we're dating. Like you have to do this, this, and this for me. So should we have the same requirements where we can withhold it from you unless you do X, Y, Z? Because I can guarantee you that a lot of women would not be okay with that. They think that what's in between their legs is way more important than what's in between ours.
Yep. Yeah, they think, they think that's the prize. They think that's
right.
That's the total package. They think, and a vagina does not mean you could just sit back and not do nothing. I'm sorry. A marriage is a companionship. It's a team effort. Like you both have to be putting for, it's supposed to be 50-50, not 70-30. Like, no, 50-50, not 60-40, 50-50. And a lot of people don't understand that, man.
Actually, I like 55-50. No, but you know what? Even better than that, it's really supposed to be 100-100 because you're not just putting in, I'm gonna just do my half. No, you give 100% of yourself.
I went to a public school, so I was keeping it basic for me.
You silly man. Let me end with this, right? So we talked about modern women wanting a traditional man, but a traditional man is probably going to want a traditional woman, which is not going to work out for the modern woman, which is why you have so many individuals single. At what point do people realize, you know what, that's not the way I want to ask it. I'm going to ask it just like this. Why do you think modern women don't want a modern man? Why do you think they want a traditional man?
That's a good question. So re-say it again so I can make sure I give the answer I want to give.
Yeah. Okay. So modern women want a traditional man, not a modern man. And by saying that, I'm saying the modern man, no, the traditional man is the guy who's going to protect and provide, right? The modern man is going to require things of you. Make you bring, like, those are the guys that's asking what you bring to the table. Because since you're working now, let's be clear, back in the day, women didn't work. Men did provide everything. That was the reason, one of the main reasons why women got married. Nowadays, they don't feel like they need to because financially they're able to support themselves. Modern man is looking at that and like, okay, you need to be bringing that to the table too. But the modern woman is thinking what she's bringing to the table is hers, but you need to be taking care of you and her. They want a traditional man, not the modern guy that's going to require things of them. But if you're a modern woman, why don't you want a modern man? That's my question.
I think to me that goes to like how you were raised or how you brought up, because a lot of women are raised or taught that a man is supposed to take care of you. Now, you can't get mad at those women. That's how they are raised. And as men, you got to do your homework. You got to, look into stuff like that. Because it's literally a lot of women that are brought up, taught that a man's supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that, and third. And this is, as a woman, what you're supposed to do. And I think there are more women now, too, that are brought up to don't wait for a man. This is what you do. This is how you go get it. This, that, like, me personally, that's how I would want to raise my daughter. Like, don't wait for anybody. Just go. Now, if God send you a husband, yes, this is how you work with it. It's a two-way street. But to me, that all goes back to how your upbringing is. Because again, it's a lot of women that are taught, find a man that's gonna take care of you. Like literally gonna take care of you. And like find a man that's gonna do this and third for you. To me, so it goes back to the environment and how you were brought up.
Interesting points. Hey guys, I want to know what y'all think. Why do modern women want traditional men versus wanting a modern man? This is a really interesting topic, but it's something that's really on a surge these days, where there's a lot on social media, TikTok being one of those places where you have women saying a guy needs to bring this, this, and this, but so he has to have a set role to them, but she can do basically what she wants. And I find that really interesting. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Make sure you follow us on social, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, etc., etc. And until next time, I'm Price.
D.
Willie
Asher.
Asher. Peace.